The one, the only Chris Johnstone, ranking on AI. Man, such a hot topic, and you are the man when it comes to it. So let's just dive in. Let's talk about, what and I got to tell you, man, it has been something. I went back last night. Actually, I take my son to football, and so I got him listening, and we every time we listen to all the episodes, anything I listen to is at 1.5 speed, and it's just like, all right, let's go back at. Are we focused on ranking in AI? So let's talk about it, man. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me. And but I cannot imagine my voice at 1.5 times speed because it's terrible as it is. So,
Oh, it's
uh,
great, bro, man. We're blazing through it. So, and my son's listening, and it's always a little weird. He's hearing his dad because he was like, he went to Africa because we talked about your trip and the water, and so it was fun, man. So, but we always it's Automobile University, man. So much gets done driving. So,
awesome. That's fantastic.
let's
Well,
talk about it, man. What do we need to know? Keep us focused on what matters, man. We're at the beginning of like search engine optimization years ago. Now it's in AI, so we get the chance to be ahead of the curve.
yeah. And the growth and the pace at which AI is replacing search is
Dude, it's
happening.
amazing.
It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and not the early adopters. It is like mass market. I think
Oh,
there's
for
like
sure.
eight, I think the number now is over 800 million active monthly users on just ChatGPT, not
Yeah,
including Claude and Grok and all these other engines. And
yeah.
I think once one person goes in and researches a topic that they're passionate about, and they realize the quality of the information, the speed, the research, why would you go back to a search engine and go read your own websites when you can have the best of the top 10 delivered to you in a concise little segment right there talking to you on your phone? It's just,
Yeah. So the key now is we have to have speed to AI seeing us and adopting us and being able to recognize, hey, I'm looking for a lender in, insert the city, and
yep,
you coming up. And that's a race right now.
100%. And what I've discovered recently, we had a client who they've been on our SEO program for years, did not show up in Grok, did not show up in ChatGPT. We went to work on it, and now they're number one on the recommendations. But as we were doing that and heavily focused on ranking them in AI, we had also started launching consumer direct lead or content
Yeah.
specifically focused on a specific product that they were doing, which
Okay.
was rehab loans, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
want to buy a house, fix and flip, basically. And they got a fully filled out application from Grok from one of those customers.
Wow.
So new application comes into the business, never talked to the person, no idea where it came from, and amazing, like $900,000 ish deal size.
Right. Right.
So I started reverse engineering it and realized that a lot of the leads that we're generating
Yeah.
are actually from consumers that are researching and trying to find a specific type of deal or a specific type of loan type. So think VA, even jumbo, reverse,
Mm, mm.
refinance is going to
Yeah.
be absolutely amazing right now.
Yeah.
And so building authority inside AI for those specific loan types. And so when somebody's researching that loan type and they're ready to go, then the AI recommends you in your business.
Hey, so talk about that. Like how do we because to be candid for those who are listening, go back and find the last couple episodes that Chris and I talked about. There's three of them actually. And what some of the things just to bring it back to the forefront was use your AI every day,
Yep.
and do your blog post, your social media posts, like, but keep the same thread specific to that product or program so that it creates depth, right? And then make sure it's shareable.
That's right.
What like what? So give us some things because there's really two ways to do it, and everybody's listening. You can do it on your own, or you can employ Chris's team to do it for you on your behalf. And it really just goes back to time or money. Invest a few dollars or invest time, but it's got to be done so that you don't fall behind.
That's it. And so we've got actually, the beginning prompts to get people started, we give away
Yeah.
for free. So if you go to loanofficerbrand.com, so
Yep.
loanofficerbrand.com, opt in, we'll send you the free things on the thank you page. There's a calendar. You can book a time, talk to the team, super
Yeah.
simple. And not high pressure or anything like that. It's just like, is this an opportunity for you? Yes. Okay. Do you want to work with us? Like super simple.
Right.
So I'll share with you one of the ninja strategies that we've done so we can tack on to the end of the other episodes that we've done. So social conversations and other people having conversations about brands are the new social credibility. So
Okay.
5-star ratings and reviews have been huge in the past.
Yep.
Still are. Absolutely, you still want to be getting those ratings and reviews. But in your local marketplace, do an AI search on ChatGPT, and that's where everybody should start. Everybody should start with ChatGPT. Do a search in your marketplace for the type of loan product that you want to get more customers from, and look at where the ratings and reviews are coming from about the other loan officers in the marketplace. And hopefully you show up in the search, but if you don't, take a cue. We've researched hundreds of markets at
Yeah.
this point. We actively have 44 customers ranked inside with our program, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So we get to see a lot of this market research, and Yelp is actually showing up more than Google reviews.
Wow.
So it's almost like you've got two aspects of search. You've got your Google rankings and your Google 5-star ratings and reviews, and it's still a 900-pound gorilla.
Right.
Getting customers to call you from the front page of Google is just a phenomenal way to close high quality business.
Right.
With AI, you now need to build this other social authority, which is Yelp reviews, and tends to be in every single marketplace. So go back, revisit your Yelp account. If you haven't engaged over there and you've got people that are Yelp users that you're doing business with, ask for the 5-star ratings and reviews. But absolutely every single person you do business with, you should be asking for a rating and review on Google or Yelp. Just let them know how important it is. Ask them for the review before you close the deal and say, hey, can we agree that when we close this deal, that's worth a 5-star rating and review? And then have a CRM system that you just drop people into that consistently reminds them over time of the value of the experience, get the referrals, and get the 5-star ratings and reviews. So focusing on Yelp is very important. But having real conversations with your clients and getting to know your clients, especially the ones that are coming in from a younger demographic.
Right.
And it seems a little bit weird, but once you've used the script a couple of times, it doesn't feel weird at all. And the quality of the conversations and the bond that you can build with your client gets really strong if you ask them if they're a Reddit user. And so you're talking to your client and say, hey, this might seem a little bit weird, but do you use Reddit at all?
Yeah.
And if they say yes, you've got one of the most valuable social signals that AI looks at as an opportunity in your business. Because every single AI search that we do for a specific product type is referencing Reddit threads. So if we've had listeners that don't know what Reddit is, it's a website that traditionally was like a listing board. Like somebody would make a comment or ask a question, and then everybody else in the community comes and comments on it. Almost like a Facebook post, but a little bit more the wild, wild west style.
Right.
And these Reddit threads are based on your location.
Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you.
So it's likely that in your market, in your location, somebody has gone on Reddit and said, hey, does anybody have a good lender they can recommend? And then people in that community are going in and making the recommendations of the lenders that they've used in the past. We see a lot of national lenders on there because they do a large portion of the deals. If you can get one of your, just one happy past customer to go into that conversation and say, I used Steve Kyle's. Steve's team was absolutely incredible. I had a 5-star experience. It was amazing. And here's his contact information, website, phone number. That will boost your online presence for years.
Wow.
And if you can get multiple The
Yeah.
more better, but
Yeah.
just one, and you will be so far ahead of your local competition on the new AI race. It's almost unbelievable.
Hey, so tell me this. It's funny you say that because I was listening to a podcast last night about the AI and the search engine because it really is the ground floor. And I was shocked because they said Reddit was literally one of the number one that AI pulls from, which
Yeah.
was the first time I had heard that. I was like, why Reddit? But let
Mhm.
me ask you this. So let's say we set up the CRM and man, I shout from the rooftop. We are massive users of the loan officer CRM.ai. And let's say I create a process so that whenever they go to closing, now they get the automation. Should we be asking for Yelp, Google, and a comment on Reddit if they use it? Like, would you do it that way? Or maybe do a Google Yelp review and then follow it up with, like, do you tag them to a specific conversation that was started or do they start a conversation?
Great question. So we send them to the conversation that's already being referenced by AI.
Uh,
So we'll go in, do the
wow.
research. So when you ask ChatGPT, hey, who's the best mortgage lender
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the market? Go down to the bottom, and there's a little button at the bottom of the answer that AI gives you that says sources.
That's
Click on
right.
that sources button. A panel will up on
Find
the
the Reddit thread it pulled from, and that's where you want them to put the information.
exactly.
Wow. Okay. Man, that's a ninja trick, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a real conversation to get somebody to take action because you've now got to intentionally lead them to just leave a great and you might even could help write. I mean, I a lot of times it's like, hey, if I write the review and give it to you, would you post it? And most people will. The problem is they're trying to figure out what to say. Well, how about if we just give them something to say, and then just give them the link and say, if you would post this, it would mean the world to me.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow, wow, that's huge, bro.
It is the future. And the quality of the customers that are coming from the recommendations from AI are even higher quality than Google. Like they are
I bet
absolutely
they would be. Yeah, I bet they would be.
rivaling.
Yeah, I searched for somebody. I was looking out of state and it gave me the top three. And then I said, well, tell me why, based on everything you know about what I'm trying to accomplish. Who would
Oh,
you pick as number one? And he picked
yeah,
number one. And I said, literally, then I can just hit. And then I called. And sure enough, I'm not looking at that point because I've asked AI all the questions I felt like were relevant. And
yep.
then when I called him, I mean, it was already built in trust and loyalty. It's like, let's go. I mean, it's pretty, that is it's something to be thinking about, man.
It, Steve, as this progresses,
Yeah.
I've been in the mortgage industry for 16 years in the digital marketing side of things. I've never seen something with this much potential that's this powerful. I
Yeah.
mean, we have to
Yeah.
be working our database. We have to be working our realtor
Oh, for
relationship.
sure. It's a leg of the octopus. I mean, but if we're not intentional, we're going to fall behind. Hey, I do have a question. Like, and I'm just going to talk because you and I are having a conversation. But like for me, I own HoustonMortgageExpert.com. Should I be pushing Houston Mortgage Expert or should I do Steve Kyle's? They both go to the same place. Like when you're looking at things like that, is it more about the name or like if I did pro lending? So is it more Steve Kyle's or should I be, although my name is everywhere in it? What are your thoughts on that?
So the brand comes first,
Which
but
is Steve Kyle's or Houston Mortgage Expert or
uh,
pro lending?
great question. So Houston mortgage lending.
Okay.
Now, on that page, what
Yeah.
you want to do is you want to put a Steve Kyle's page on that website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
you, your podcast, all
Yeah.
the authority that you've got, every
Yep. Yep.
single online piece of real estate that you've got, and that
Yeah.
becomes what's known as like a pillar page on your website.
Got
So
it.
you gain the benefit of both.
Got it. Yep.
It's harder to build a personal brand with artificial intelligence and gain authority with it than it is to
Mm,
build a business brand because it understands a business brand better than it understands a personal
got it.
brand. Personal brand to AI is like an author, a podcaster,
Right.
individual brand type thing, where
Right.
we really are businesses run by personal brands.
Yeah. Wow. Man, okay. Hey, so listen, for our listeners, give two or three practical things to be doing right now. So outside of the be intentional with Yelp and Google,
Mhm.
but now finding out if they're Reddit users And what I'm thinking about is that might even be a sequence. First it's Google, Yelp, and then a follow-up maybe when the first payment letter comes out. Because I'm thinking about the process. Within the first week of closing, get them to do Google or Yelp, give them a template that they could easily post inside of it. Then maybe when you follow up with the first payment letter saying, "Hey, are you a Reddit user? Would you do me a huge favor?"
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about process, but wow. Okay, so we want to do those two. Now, what else? Anything else?
Number three,
Yeah,
take what you learned on this podcast,
yeah,
the referral partners that you have relationships with, and bring them up to speed with this information. Because as much as we see lenders and wish that we could get more lenders getting more online ratings and reviews, the real estate market is underserved even further. You can look in most major marketplaces and find one of the top 5 real estate agents doesn't even have Google ratings and reviews on their profile.
mm,
Like they're
hmm,
so far behind on this stuff, and it
hmm,
is so unbelievably valuable. So much real estate is going to be sold in the future by artificial intelligence doing all of the work and at the 90-yard line handing it off to a real estate agent to get a commission. Like
hmm.
this is absolutely the future of the real estate business. And we want our lenders that listen to this podcast to be the ones that take this information to the real estate agent and be like, listen, the future is here. You
Yeah,
need to be plugging into this stuff. And here's kind of like the first top 3 things you need to do. You should listen to Steve's podcast.
yeah, yeah. Dude, that's huge. Hey, so educating our agent partners about the importance of getting found, and then go back and listen to the last couple episodes you and I did where we laid out, using your GPT thread or your AI thread and asking questions and then answering it and correcting it and giving it knowledge because the currency in AI is not money, it's knowledge. So that you're an authority and sharing so that it's now public and searchable. So you laid out some really good. I was listening to it last night, man. It's powerful, and I think this is a super super important. Okay, so Google, Yelp, Reddit, share with your partners. Any other things?
That's enough for today. But just when you're sharing with your partners and when you get this information, don't get caught in the cerebral part of things. Just like open up your computer, open up ChatGPT and start poking at it. You learn so much and you can have so much fun by just using the tools and starting to experiment with this stuff.
Yeah,
Be afraid to sit down in a top producer's office with that top producer and be like, hey, I might be 1 or 2 steps ahead of you, but I'm learning too. Let's learn this together. Come alongside them. Go on the journey together.
yeah,
Don't feel like you have to be the expert and be intimidated by that.
yeah,
Be the Sherpa that's on the journey and you're overcoming obstacles as you find them together. And
yeah,
that's really about building the relationship and moving forward with that. So you can leverage AI into new consumer direct, but also
yeah.
relationship at the same time.
Man, I love it. That's super powerful. And it's being a true partner too. And
Yeah.
it's opening up a real conversation that's something that will help them in the future. So good stuff, brother. Hey, tell us where we can go again. Somebody wants to know more about how your team can help them. Where are they going to go?
So loanofficerbrand.com.
Com. And then you're going to give them a series of prompts for 5 day or 5 prompts, I think every day or every other day, that'll help them start working with their GPT or AI or whatever they're using. So I love it, man. What a great tool, great resource. And then explore whether Chris's team is the right fit for you, man. If you got more money and you've got time, employ them to get it done for you. So, all right,
Thank you.
Chris, I always appreciate you coming on, man, sharing, just keeping us on the cutting edge of what we need to be focused on and not getting distracted with there's so much. I just need one or two things. So I appreciate that.
Awesome. Right on. Well, thanks for having me and thanks for everybody listening.
All right. See you.